Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 18, week 3, day 3. So today, we are going to be mostly messing around with good old PvP. Of course, it's still been kind of annoying lately. Obviously, it hasn't been changed since they last changed it. We should be getting another update pretty soon, obviously focused on PvP in the pretty near future. Actually, technically, next week is the earliest it could occur. Who knows? Maybe it will. Though it'll probably be a little bit later than that. But, yeah, sometime like super late April, early mid-May, we are expected to see a patch around the corner. So we'll see exactly what that ends up ultimately doing to the PvP situation. But for now, we're still dealing with it. Still been doing it every single week. Actually, I believe last week, even though we made like 5th place, we actually made 1st place. Because that's how the leaderboard works. But as long as you place on like someone's leaderboard, it still counts you, even though I'm pretty sure that's not what it's supposed to do. But yeah, our goal, I think we were actually pretty close in range. Yeah, look at how easy this is. We have one main goal this stream. That will be us in 1st place right there. That is our goal. We will take 1st. Actually, we'll probably at like 20-something thousand, so being able to take 15,000 should be pretty straightforward. I think I'm just going to do it on Central, because we don't really have a good other location to do it. Which means our sanity will also be intact, because we won't have to fight things that have 50% more stats while also being able to insta-kill us. So yeah, that should make things a little bit easier. It doesn't mean we won't instantly die, it just means we will instantly die slower. But yeah, that should be a little bit better. We will be getting a little bit less points, which might explain why their points are also a little bit lower. However, the overall teams we'll be fighting will be easier, plus they don't have 50% more stats, so that just, you know, naturally makes things easier. We'll be getting 10 a little bit. We still have a lot of other just small events we kind of got to poke at. One of the main ones, of course, being Tower of Doom. And I make some progress on this. Gosh, my guild has gone far. You're already a 60. Who's doing this? Who's the person? Oh, of course it is. El Loco. Okay, let me go give El Loco gems. Of course it's El Loco. Alright, let me go give... Oh, thank you, whoever just joined. Also, who was our last person who just got in the guild? Tyrion? No, I was kidding. Wait, who is the person? There it is. Constant Crib has ended up entering the guild. Anyways, what am I doing? Here, have some seals, guild. I'm pretty sure we're already at cap, but, I always forget to claim that every single week. Actually, did I even donate gold this week? I think I did. While I'm here, might as well check. Yeah, I did. Anyways, I came here for another reason. Oh yeah, I came to give El Loco gems. I'm starting to run out of these, but, I shall give him gems. I always like doing it, especially for Tower of Doom, because they went above and beyond to go spend extra gems to go do so. Anyways, what am I looking for here? Yeah, let's go do Tower of Doom. Speaking of Tower of Doom, what floor are we on? 15? 15. Alright, 15. What do we have here in all this mess? We have a 3 and a 5. Let's go take it. Both the bottom two, straightforward enough. Of course, we're still using Stellaric's team because we can, and that we shall. But anyways, hello everyone! Hello Bill! Hello Sonny! Hello Isabel! Hello Logic Slayer! Hello Sushi Ninja! Hello Stacy! Hello Draco! Let's see, is he in our Balworld friends? Oh yeah, I had to shut off the server midway through. I didn't have audio on. Hopefully I didn't kick them out of something, because I actually left it on for like an hour, hour and a half after the stream, grabbing dinner and just kind of resting for a little bit. And then the server just crashed. Well, not crashed, but you know, I had to close it for the stream. Hello Cookie, hello Beer. Yeah, no Guild War for months. It's mostly, they mostly had to do it because it wasn't working properly. They actually mentioned in a post, so we kind of already knew this since, like, December. But, the reason we haven't had Guild War is, they basically have to completely recode it from the ground up. And obviously they haven't done that yet. So they haven't completely scrapped Guild War. But they have completely scrapped Guild War. like, it's gonna come back, but they have to completely restructure it from the ground up. Like, they basically have to completely re-release Guild War. Essentially. Which is definitely not coming in next patch. The earliest that could come is like 2 or 3 patches from now. You're definitely not going to squeeze it into next patch, that's for sure. Actually, I'll be surprised if they even get it in by the end of the year. So given that this is the year that they're really focused on PvP updates, maybe they will. But, they basically have to just recreate the mode, essentially. I'm not sure if they're going to get that done by this year while also still doing everything else they already had planned. But you never know. Though this will definitely be the longest period in the history of the game that we will probably ever not have Guild War. Because I can't really think of a scenario where it'll be longer. There is a possibility it's in a couple months. We don't really know. We know for sure it's not next patch. But beyond that, yeah, they could sneak it in if they've developed it enough. Hello, Miss Insane Witch. Welcome, welcome. Alright, where are we at? We're at 16. What do we have for 16? A fireball and a 4. What is that? 3 and 4. Oh, you know what that sound was? I think you guys can hear that. Remember when we needed to Pal World get a bunch of updated drivers to make it work? Apparently, we have a bunch more drivers that are ready to be updated. Because during that whole fiasco, I ended up just downloading all of the things that, like, auto-download it through, like, Intel and, what was the other one? One of them was through Intel. The other one was, oh no, I have it open somewhere here. But yeah, now it auto-notifies me when there's new drivers. And apparently there's new drivers, which makes sense because I haven't actually updated any since the last Windows update. There's probably new drivers since that new update. No problem, Miss Insane Witch. Yeah, that's fun. I've been enjoying the Power World streams. They've been a ton of fun. I do feel like I spent like half the stream just breeding this time around. That's the only really bad thing about current endgame Power World. You're either breeding, shiny hunting, or building bases. There's like almost nothing in between that you could really do. There's like the main 3 things until they add more endgame content. Alright, 17. We'll take number 4 over here. Oh, hello, Chad. Welcome, welcome. Oh, we have like 69 eggs to look at? Nice. Yeah, I'll go check them all. Did you just put them all in a box? Yeah, that'll be nice. We might have some perfect ones. Particularly for the horses. Because the horses are set up in a way where they could just randomly create a perfect one. The dragon, not quite so much with how I left it. Because I was still like a few sections away. Yeah, we might have some perfect ones to go start breeding with and or hand out. Oh, they're still on the ranch? Wait, they just keep stacking? I thought there was like a limit of like 10 or something. Is there just a gigantic circle? A summoning circle of eggs? I don't think I've ever let them stack more than 9, ever. I just assumed there was a cap on how many could spawn. Is there really no limit? I never knew that. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I always just assumed there was a cap to how many you can have before the game would freak out. Oh wait, we're already out of battles? That's sad. Gotta take top row next time. Ah, there we go. Anyways, in other news, pet, do we need this? This pet's been available all day. Nope, it's just dragon bonus. We've already had that max. Alright, let's go to dungeon. Anything good? Come on, top 3, top 3, top 3, top 3. Oh, we haven't gotten this for a while. It's time to play the game show of Guess That Door. Let's see. Guess that door. There we go. We haven't got to do this in a while. Let's see. Also, I am only handing out 1 code tonight. However, you know how you can get 2 codes tonight? Guess that door correctly. Is it behind door number 4, 5, or 6? Because this determines the fate of if there's 2 codes handed out tonight, because I accidentally handed out 3 last night. So the only way I'll do 2 tonight is if the guess the door is actually correct. Otherwise, we'll hand out 1 a little bit later. We'll do these 2 battles, and whatever it's at by then, we'll go do that. So hello, Mr. Z. Hello, Draco. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Mark. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Supernova. Hey, we got one over. Oh, I almost just clicked the middle one. Oh, that would have been so bad. Unless it is 5. Who knows? Maybe it is. I'm not even sure what I would guess in this situation. Though I tend to just default to 4 whenever I don't know. Let's go with the first one. Also, it's always kind of funny when we do guess the door. Because I always take the top 3. It's door number 4, 5, and 6 rather than door number 1, 2, or 3. Even though it's technically still door number 1, 2, and 3. This is 4, 5, 6. Now, we'll let the vote go on for a little bit longer. Let's go take out Adventure Board. And by that, I mean this one single good option. Never mind. By that, I mean do all of them. Oh gosh, I got to take double minor tradestone. That's so bad. When did Mr. Z's title get so short? Is that shorter? It seems like the same distance it's always been. Hello, Imperial. Welcome, welcome. Alright, looks like 4 is winning the guess the door at the moment. If it still is by the time I take out Adventure Board, we'll go do it. The fate of the extra code lies in the balance. Oh, that's funny. We just got a minor tradestone while getting a minor tradestone. Oh, what was the other comment above? Oh, wait, 1 second. I can't see it because the thing's in the way. Actually, no, I can't see it because I just can't see it. There it is. Let's see. Did I ever watch the Power Rangers? Yeah, when I was really young, I did. Let's see. Yeah, I saw some of these like super original ones way back. I wasn't like that into it though. Oh no, a lot of the superhero stuff I've never been that big of a fan of. And they kind of went in that category. Where has Lester been? Lester's been around. There's no drama today, just objective opinions based on real-time observations. It looks like 4 is still winning the guess the door. Looks like we're taking 4. If we can ever clear through the east. I was gonna say, Dragon Soul's gonna definitely resummon. At 50% is still kind of annoying. Like, it's not the worst resummon in the game, but it's just such a high rate. Obviously, it's not as bad as the 100%. The fact it comes in with full mana is what really makes it harder. Because if you don't have a one-shot immediately, it tends to just heal it right back anyways. Then you basically have to re-kill it twice. Once because it revived on 50%, and again because it transforms immediately after you've hit it again. Alright, there we go. Adventure board completed. We got our Imperials. Every objective except the PvP we're gonna have to do anyways. Alright, moment of truth. 4. It was not 4. It was 5. Ah, I should have misclicked 5 earlier. But yeah, only one code today, unfortunately. Because I handed up 3 last night on accident. But yeah, we lost Guess the Door. I'll still have a code in a little bit when we go to some PvP. I'll be doing it for about an hour to stream. And we will easily, hands down, without a doubt, take first place. It'd be very weird if we don't. Even with just Central Spire, it should be easy enough to do so. Alright. We did that, we did that. Under Spire, I just gotta go stack up torches as we have been. Use them all tomorrow. And we'll be good to go. Alright, is that everything? I think that is everything except for the main event. The hour of PvP is upon us. Alright, let's go do it. Let's go do our Valhawk first. Oh, I can actually double buff today. Oh, I can actually triple buff today. Given that today's the day we're farming, maybe we do that. Because if there was any day to do it, now would be the day. This is like the day to go do it. So you know what? We shall. We actually shall. I gotta go win with a Sword's Edge team, though. Wait, we can use any weapon, right? Oh, it has to be sword. Nah! This is so bad! This is problematic in multiple ways. What's the secondary effects on these? Stun. Flail we can't do is too much color overlap. Barrier. Yeah, give me that one. Alright, we're rolling with the red-brown. +2 red, +1 brown. -1 purple. Change class to something. What do we change class to? I kind of want to go down the safer route. I don't think I want to go Elementalist, though. We're not getting that many extra turns to really justify it. Oh, I haven't seen that visual glitch. That was weird. I don't think I've ever seen that before. How did I even do that? That was weird. The menu was like moving while we did the thing. I can't even recreate what we just did. That's weird. Anyways, I don't even know what hero class I want. What's this based on? Knight hero class is just so bad, though. I'd much rather just go an actual good hero class. I'm honestly just leaning towards Titan. The problem with going Knight is, there's just not much synergy going into it. We get the random stats effect. We would get the Kingdom bonus up to like a small amount of extra armor or something. It's not going to be doing much beyond that. The biggest issue is he doesn't have half mana start, is my biggest concern with it. You know what? I should use one of the hero classes that gain enchant on green. Because I forgot, we don't have any potion effects or anything like that. Oh, that's gonna get annoying if you're gonna be there every time. Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about this. This is why we haven't been taking the other bonus. We keep having teams like this that are just abysmal. No, no, we'll go through, see what happens. I think it's worth it given how much we're going to be doing PvP today. It's like the one day where it's actually going to be worthwhile doing this. It also makes it so we won't have to do that much monoliths this weekend. Which of course we don't want to do because it's Vault Weekend. Prioritize the Vault Weekend itself. Wait, what do you explode? You explode all blue gems. I guess that's fine. So we gotta be careful. If they have stealthy, there isn't much we can do about it. This team has no counterplay to stealthy unless we go, No, even then it still has no counterplay. I guess if we go elementals, it would. But we're getting so few extra turns, it would barely matter. This team definitely feels like it needs a mana accumulator. But then I see our mana accumulation options, and it makes me just want to go triple Anu. Like, this team definitely needs a second mana accumulator. It just, all the options look horrible. Catch you later, Miss Insane Witch. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. I'm just gonna wait for double cast, I think. Oh no, the wisp. The wisps. Just realized there's no gnome. He's gonna get to run away. Snow. For sure hope not. Oh, so I went with the resummon weapon. I guess I technically could go for the damage weapon. I went for the resummon weapon thinking like, oh, we're gonna need a backup plan for the later fight. I was making these earlier ones a little slower. OBS just broke. Up, it's back now. When will we ever get a class with Arcane and Fire? I'm not sure. There's quite a few combinations that are really good that we don't have yet. I can't remember the full list of absurdly broken combinations that don't exist. But there are a small handful of them. So there's still a lot of room for them to make some really good hero classes. But yeah, I don't recall the full list of really good combinations off the top of my head. But there are several that currently do not exist. And may never exist just because of how broken they would be. Imagine like Stone Tree with Fire Tree and one other one that would put everything together. Can't think of what it is off the top of my head. But that'd be so broken. Actually, you know which one it would be? Whatever one, I think it's Life. Whatever one has Cleanse on extra turn. Could you imagine that? Barrier on Brown. Triple damage burning. Cleanse on extra turn. And a few other perks probably between the other things. But that'd be so strong. There's some combinations of 2 of the 3. But not all 3 on any hero class. That final fight. I'm surprised we haven't lost a single unit yet. I put this weapon here because I was like, oh, we're gonna lose so many units. But I keep forgetting. Champion Vanu's kind of tanky. He does have 60% score reduction, and is gaining 3 stats per turn, of which we are skipping so many turns with this team. That's the only good thing about this team, given that we have like negative mana accumulators, is we're passing so many of our turns that we're actually utilizing the 3 extra stats to all stats per turn to enough of a degree that's actually doing something. Because in modern day, when the average battle takes like 1 turn, you generally don't get too much value from these like per turn effects. But in a situation like this, we actually get a lot of value from it. There's just so many turns being given up. I probably should have went for the skull there. Yeah, it looks like our first Anu's finally gonna die. About time. Surprised it lived this long. Wait, he didn't go for the kill. I actually wanted him to. How am I supposed to resummon now? There we go. I thought that was Tagraki for a second. I was like, wait. Wait, actually Tagraki is a knight, isn't he? We actually could summon Tagraki. Could you imagine? That'd be so hilarious. I kind of want to see it happen now. We need to get the Tagraki summoned. It looks like we're not the only one with resummon. Luckily, our damage keeps scaling, and theirs don't. So we will ultimately win. And this is why I haven't been taking this color thing. We spent like 10 minutes just trying to take out 5 fights. This is why I haven't been doing this category. It's why I keep doing purple even when we're using a pure yellow team, if you ever wonder why we keep doing that. It's because the alternative is having to do a fight like this. Which is not ideal to the slightest. But I figured we'd do it today since this is our main PvP grind day. Alright, now that we did that, let's go do battles until we trigger a Valhawk. And then after the first Valhawk, we'll go get purple. And then after all the Valhawks, we'll go get like extra +6 magic or whatever it is. And then we should have some really solid damage range. Oh yeah, dinner was really good. Ended up just doing some salmon with a noodle. No, excuse me. And I had soda with it, which is why that happened. Actually, it was still the soda from the previous stream. I've made one soda last the entire day, which doesn't always happen. It probably is healthier to do it that way rather than drinking multiple in a day. Not that neither is a healthy option. Neither are. But, one's not as bad as, like, 2 or 3. Because I've been in a bit of a soda kick again after having not had it for so long. Because last year we went the whole year without soda. And in the first month or two, it was like, yeah, I didn't drink that much. Then, like, the last month, it's like, okay, I got a little more into it. And now this month, it's like, chug soda. No, not that much, but, my soda intake, honestly, has been more this month than it has been, like, the last 3 months combined. Actually, technically, it's been more than the last 15 months combined. That's not fair. 12 of those months were none. Unfair comparison there. Ah, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Have I had Livewire yet? No, I have not. Alright, next buff. I think we're doing purple magic. Which is nice because we're actually allowed to use purple or red team this week for it. Whatever it is. It is red team. I knew it was one or the other. Yeah, it should be way easier than the one we just did. And then after this one, we'll go do the other magic buff. But I need to get all my Valhawks first. Which I might as well go activate all the bonuses at that point. As soon as we clear this out, we'll do so. Oh, I need to figure out what magic place I'm taking it from. I think red has another one this week, so I'll just grab it from red, I think. Let me just double check before we activate all of our boosters for an hour. What Chinese dish would a game man order? I feel like there's a pun coming. Don't say it, why? Hello, Maximus. Welcome, welcome. Elementals was originally going to have Arcane, Forest, Fire, but they changed it because of Phoenicia. Did they really? I knew it got changed. I didn't realize it got changed because of Phoenicia. It'd be good supernova. Alright, let me go do all the boosts. Oh, wait. I just realized something. No! I've never done that before since we've been doing it. I got 100 too many PvP points. Oh, no! I just wasted 1,000 PvP points. Oh, no. Rip. Can I claim up to this point right here? Can I claim, like, right here? Whoops. Well, we just wasted 1,000 PvP points. That's not ideal. Mistakes have been made. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure we're, like, right at the threshold, and it's like, oh, nope, we're already beyond it. Because normally we'd be able to claim that for 2,000 points, but now we only get 1,000 points. Ooh. But yeah, I just wasted 1,000 points. Well, let's go make up for it. Alright. That's unfortunate. We're probably going to get like less gold marks this week because of that. Luckily, our current bracket is super free this week. So hopefully that 1,000 will ultimately not matter at all. That's a little unfortunate. You should say like the Spanish goal guy. Goal! I feel like I could say no longer than goal. Even though they both emphasize seemingly the same sound. Is when you're singing it for gold, there's an expectation for a sound at the end. Whereas you're already at the end sound when you're doing a no. So there's no expectation for a change in sound by the end. I probably should just be taking the higher battles. We have 30 extra magic right now. Which translates to 90 more damage, which is actually kind of insane. Stellax is perfectly balanced, not broken at all. But yeah, 90 extra magic is just a little like their entire HP bar. And I mean that quite literally. Like, their actual HP stat is basically 90. The one we're up against right now that's tankier is at 104. Or 109, I mean. I guess it's magic, or HP kept going up there, but still. The problem is there's still so many fights we can't one-shot even with that much extra damage. That's mostly because of spell reduction and everything. Decent point, Stellax that just survived there with his 55% spell reduction, which is really annoying. It's one of those things I kind of forget about because Stellax is already so broken in every regard. But on top of all his brokenness, he also has like one of the higher spell reductions in the entire game. Like he's basically a spell tank while being an infinite loop damage source. And still a score reduction. Like he's basically what would happen if they actually made a good tank mythic. But it's so good at doing what it does that you don't even realize that's actually a tank mythic. But it basically is. 30% score reduction, 55% spell reduction. Of course, the Valhawk battle is the one we'll potentially lose. Seems about right. I didn't even get full mana. Oh no, we got gypped. Alright, I didn't kill the main component of our team. Yeah. Alright, now he's killed the main component of our team. But hey, he hasn't killed the last resort of our team yet. There's still a chance. The other perfectly balanced troop. The sad part is, that was like a low rarity team and it almost just wiped us. You get Stellarex there for 800 plus, that's kind of insane, yeah. Yeah, if you start feeding him magic, he gets like really dumb numbers. Like, it's insane how high that number can actually go. He can hit for over 3,000 damage without Fairy Fire. Which means he can almost hit for 5,000 damage with Fairy Fire. He can hit so high with Fairy Fire that a non-stunned Stellarex with 55% spell reduction could still be one-shotted. Even if it had 1,000 HP and 1,000 armor. Which is max durability. I have gone back to thinking beard position. Oh no, I don't want to shave it off. I gotta keep the thinking beard. I'm not sure how I'll function without a thinking beard. I will no longer be able to think. The brain is attached to the thinking beard. Oh, is my dungeon post still open? Oops, I meant to close it. But yeah, we ended up losing. Unfortunately, let me go close it. I didn't even notice it there. The reason I didn't notice it is on one screen I closed it, but closing it there doesn't close the poll. It just closes it so I can't see it. Which makes me not even realize that the poll's there. Because on one chat it was completely off, and on the other chat it was still going. There we go. Now both chats should be fixed. Alright, we got the final Valhawk. Let's go cash it in for magic. That's not the right one. There we go. I'm just gonna go for starting magic. This is less damage if we have to double cast, but more damage if we can get away with a single cast win. Compared to going for the Ullr's bonus or whatever it's called. The problem with the Ullr's bonus, though, is I believe it's normally in a really annoying location, aka the Outer Ring. Oh, I just ruined the thing. Oh gosh, they need to fix whatever this glitch is, because it's really annoying. This has only happened like the last few patches. Let me go fix it. To you guys it probably looks kind of normal, just slightly smaller. But I see just spasming lights, and also as you can see, my clicks are not where they're supposed to be. Now they are, and now it's fixed. Yeah, that's been that way for a couple patches now. I'm not sure what they did. But whenever you accidentally resize it, it just spazzes out like crazy. Oh good, no Dragon Soul Revive. Assuming it even was fully traded. Which I guess it is in a battle like that. Oh, I just realized we're going to be able to put a Volt Tracker back at that bottom soon. It feels weird having such an empty bottom area there. Because I normally track for like a year or whatever like the most recent big feature is. But we haven't really had new big feature to go track recently. I guess one thing we technically could have tracked, though I didn't bother, because I didn't really think it would be that huge of a grind, though it turned out it is absurdly absurd, would be how many underspired dead-end rooms are needed before we finally get all 6 of them. But to some degree, I'm kind of glad we didn't start tracking that, because at this rate, it looks like it's going to take like 2 to 3 years. So, kind of a good thing, actually. Because those I tend to track for about a year or so. There we go. We're all boosted up. We're currently running with effectively how much extra magic is that? That's 36 extra magic, which comes out to what, 118 damage per cast, or 108 I should say. Yeah, we're hitting 108 damage extra per cast on Stellarex. More than what we would be without it. Which is, you know, a little high. Just slightly. We're only hitting for like 300 something. We would otherwise have a 189 damage. It's kind of insane. That brings us to like 300-ish. Yeah, if we did the math right, that should be, what, 108 more? Which is pretty solid. And now we just grind it out. Go take PvP leaderboard, go secure a first place. Be good to go from there. Oh yeah, we'll be handing out the code soon. We only have one to hand out, so I was going to hand it out a little bit later. Still got a good, like, 45 plus minutes to go grind. We'll hand out in a little bit. Because at this point, we just camp Central Spire for 47 more minutes. So we'll hand out in a little bit. Hopefully I don't accidentally post, like, the whole code stack tonight. I have no clue how that happened. I've never, like, multi-posted a code like that on accident before. I'm not even sure how it managed to do that, but it did. After tonight, we shouldn't really have to do PvP other than bare minimum this week, which is good because Vault Weekend. Which we gotta make sure tomorrow night we finish up absolutely everything. You know, as far as we realistically can. Because we don't want to have to deal with any Rit during Vault Weekend. Or as minimal as possible. Yeah, I've been really tired today. Though it's just because I couldn't really sleep last night. I tried like 3 times and failed 3 times. And at a certain point, I just gave up trying to even sleep. Oh, how goes the grind for that Ultimate RuneScape game? It's been still going pretty good. I've been wanting to cover a new account from scratch series at some point on the channel. It would also be a good time to practice editing skills. And I'll probably start that, I want to say near the end of next month. Other than that, the main account we've been playing has been trying to max. And it just takes forever and a half in that game. Once you do, you can finally start playing the game, which is nice. It just takes forever to reach that point. I do have to say, that's probably like the longest grind game in the existence of gaming these days. Because it's literal thousands of hours. Like, a lot of that you can AFK. Like, right now, we're literally playing it while playing Gems of War fully. Because I'm doing something that's like 1 click every 5 minutes. But it's still kind of insane how much time it takes. And that's not even to do everything in the game, that's just until you can start playing the game properly. It's basically the equivalence of when you finally get every hero class maxed in Gems of War. You no longer have to keep using like an empty hero class on your team every single time just to give it some XP. It's basically the equivalence of that. Like, that doesn't mean you've done everything in the game, it just means you can start playing it normally. Except in Gems of War, that only takes, it actually is quite a lot. It takes about 1,000 hours in Gems of War to do that. But it takes way longer in the other game to do that. Because it's about, give or take, it depends what methods you use. But it takes around 30 hours, give or take, to max out a hero class in Gems of War. Obviously, depending on methods, could take way longer. Depending on methods, could actually be shorter than that. But let's say 30 hours per class. There's, what, 38 classes, whatever that is, times. Which is a little over 1,000 hours. To max all hero classes in Gems of War. And then you can start using hero classes as they are intended. Or even just use no hero on your team at that point. Because you no longer have anything to go level. And I do highly advise doing that, by the way. Even if you feel like you're never going to use like half those hero classes. It's really good to get done. You eventually need them for kingdom upgrades anyways. Oh yeah, we still haven't gotten the bird in the other game. I've been waiting until they add more quality of life for the feature. They added some, but there were some other changes they didn't do that I was kind of waiting on them to do. And they still never did, so I'm not sure what's up with it. I thought they were supposed to weeks ago, and then apparently they didn't, so I'm not sure. But there's actually a lot of games I want to go play in this next upcoming month. The stack just keeps getting higher. Because we were going to go play Played Up with you, Cookie, Genki, everyone. We're going to go do the Mario RPG thing before Thousand Year Door. Then Thousand Year Door comes out later next month. And I feel like there's one other one I'm forgetting that I keep forgetting about. Luckily, a lot of those games are a lot shorter. Well, other than Played Up, which I assume has infinite replayability, of which we shall dabble in slightly. Don't get the bird off stream. Well, it could take a while to try to get it on stream. I finally have my block list on there to be kind of optimal. I think I can get like... Oh yeah, the Mario Kart 8, that was the other one too. Not sure if I'll do that in this month, but that is one thing on the list. Because since then, we actually know the drop rate of that bird I was trying for on the other game. And I also know approximately how many of those contract thingies I could do an hour, which is about 15. But it's a 1 in 1,000 drop. And I could do about 15 an hour. So if we break down the math on that, if we go on drop rate, 1,000 divided by 15, it is 66 hours to get the bird. So a little bit of a underestimate or overestimate initially. But yeah, it would on average take like 66 hours to get the bird in that other game. But yeah, we'll still try for it. I'm just not sure if we're going to be streaming specifically that piece of content for 66 more hours. So rounded to 69. Though, of course, you can get lucky on it. Though you can also get unlucky. Palia? I haven't even checked out Palia. I'll definitely need to go look it up on Steam. It is on Steam, right? But I'll look into what Palia is. I'm not sure if we'll be getting around to it anytime soon, but we might. What is Palia like? You were mentioning it's kind of like Pal World. But not Pal World. It's Power World, but chill. Power World isn't chill? That's news to me. Oh, so hello, Lester. Welcome, welcome. Oh, so hello, Rob. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, 90 points. I can't skip that. Even if they're about to destroy us within 3 casts. Oh, how do we not get full mana from that? That's sad. Now he's going to destroy us on his next turn. I should have casted. We're going to lose here. That didn't go too bad. Could have been way worse. When is Isabel's channel starting? I don't know. She said she might eventually. Soon, TM. Even Key Lime's been doing Palia? I haven't been keeping up with Key Lime at all. I haven't talked to him in years. You dressed up as that main villain in the Disney's 101 Dalmatians? That's funny. Gosh, that's an old movie. Yeah, how are we doing on points? I feel like we're at 12,000. We would be at 13,000 if it wasn't for the thing. Accidentally didn't claim an extra 1,000. Yep, we would be at 13,000 right now, pretty much. Aw, that feels so bad not having an extra 1,000. 3,000 points gone. Go drop the image in Discord. If you can send it to me directly. That reminds me, Genki was sending some link to me earlier too. I didn't actually check it yet. Was it because I was eating dinner, then crashed for a little bit? Honestly, I'll probably be doing that the second the stream ends. We're gonna like mega crash. Okay, I don't really have much I need to do tomorrow. Gosh, we keep getting this 90 fight. Thank you. I'll check it later. That's kind of insane. If they didn't have Stellarex, that's actually one shot. Come on, give me the Zolgoth teams. Where are all the Zolgoth teams at? Zolgoth teams don't carry spell reduction normally. Not to say that doesn't exist, but it's a lot less common to have spell reduction on a Zolgoth team. No, I said I'm gonna crash later. Also, I forget if I mentioned this earlier, but I always keep forgetting. Remember when I always mention, like, this room always feels like it's so, like, soundproof? I always keep forgetting. The reason why this room seems so soundproof is because it's actually surrounded by 4 storage units, or whatever you'd call it, like closets, similar kind of things. Because on one side is a closet. On the side of that closet is a pantry thing. That's more like almost like a medicine cabinet, but not exactly, but bigger. I'm not sure what to call it, but like an in-between of a closet, and a medicine cabinet that's in the wall, built into the wall. Then on the other side, there's an actual pantry. And then on the other side, there is a, wow, I don't forget its name. Words, functions. I don't know the words for any of these things. Closet. Why am I fumbling so much? This is what happens when you're tired. But I'm basically surrounded by closets, pantries, and similar storage-based units. That and 2 walls that just lead to outside. But the 2 walls that don't lead to outside is literally just storage. Which is why it seems like sound gets buffered so much. Because every time I always wonder that, I always keep forgetting that's a thing. I've never actually lived in a house that has had a room this surrounded by storage. And above me, if that wasn't enough storage already, above me is the attic. So I'm actually surrounded by 5 different storage units, this room, which is kind of insane. Every single possible direction other than down, because we don't have a basement. Any info in the next update? Well, we know most of what's already in the next update. More so a matter of the specific details and when. Free soundproofing, pretty much. Yeah, this house was actually pretty cheap. About a decade ago, it was under 100,000. I think its market value right now, because of inflation and everything, is like 250,000 or something. Like 200, 250,000. Still not paid off yet, though. Yeah, the housing market's crazy these days. I'm gonna risk it. Seems like it was worth it. No, he missed. Luckily, their team has nothing. No, actually, we could easily lose to Takchaka spam. It can win when it feels like winning. It's just it normally doesn't feel like winning. Oh no, Supernova. I don't feel like that will end well. Especially if the one you were doing earlier wasn't PG. Oh no, Isabel blocked it. Actually, As sad as this may seem, this team that's stronger is actually weaker. Never mind, it has Stellaryx on it. I was gonna say, if this team didn't have Stellaryx, this thing has less spell reduction. Actually has no spell reduction compared to Stellaryx. But never mind, as a Stellaryx, it's still annoying. I saw the Amethyst and was thought like, oh, he doesn't have Stellaryx on his team, but no, he did. Isabel. No, we haven't been demonetized in a while. I think there was one stream that got demonetized in like the last month. Which is up compared to us going like months without any. But it's down from those couple months where I got demonetized like 10, 20 times in a month. I'm not sure why. January, they had to have like changed their formula back in January. Because every other video I posted that entire month basically got demonetized. Like, they had to have tweaked the formula or something. It was insane. But since they've then tweaked it back or did something with it, it's just been a lot more normal lately. Hey, you'll send Supernova the invoice? Wait, did we just lose to Zolgoth team? That's so unfortunate. Like, we could win this, but it's not worth it. Yeah, Zolgoth still will do that. Even weaker ones. He does infinite damage regardless of what his stats is. He's actually scarier than Stellaryx in that regard. Because a low-level Zolgoth is way scarier than a low-level Stellaryx. Oh, he's gonna kill us with a skull, isn't he? Not at that rate, he's not. Oh, yep, he is. Psst. Unfortunate. Wanted to check what our score is. Oh yeah, did I ever hand out the code yet? I need to go do that. Because we're about to take the leaderboard. And then go take first place. Even without our 1,000 extra points, we'll still get it. Alright, here you guys go. Here's the redeem code, our one and only to stream. Let's make sure I grab only one and not the entire stack. Let's see, I'll double check before I click enter. There we go. Aha. I have successfully uploaded one code. An improvement from last night's 3. I'm not sure how I misclicked that last night. I honestly do not understand. Do we ever misclick that hard on the redeem codes? Also, is the stream lagging at all to anyone? That's the second time this stream OBS said the stream crashed. But it's doing it where it does it for such a brief, like, 1 second period. Maybe just like a really quick buffer. Can you guys actually hear that noise, by the way? Because I think you can. I'm not sure if it's disconnecting so you guys can't hear it. But it made a double ding when it went off. I did buffer, okay. You did hear it, but it was low, yeah. Yeah, I normally have desktop audio turned down a bit. I actually have it a little bit more turned up right now because of the Power World streams. Because one thing I didn't realize, however I have Discord set up right now, my OBS is actually recording it as desktop audio. And I normally have my desktop audio turned down a bit. So the first time we did our Power World stream, everyone but me was actually talking absurdly quietly. Because my desktop audio is always turned down by a lot. And it was recording it based on desktop audio. So my desktop audio is actually louder than it normally is right now. Because I actually need it to be for when we do the Power World streams, and I normally don't bother changing it back. I say hello, Dragor! Welcome, welcome. A few more fights, we'll be in 3rd place, and then by the end of our timer, we should be at 1st. At least in our bracket, obviously. Not in overall. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to go for 1st in PvP again. Maybe after they fully finished out all the PvP reworks and everything, I'll feel inspired one week to be like, yeah, this is the week we go for it. I don't know, we'll see. It's kind of funny because that's how our guild in game actually started. Was on a week that we were going for rank 1 PvP. Hello, Outlander! Welcome, welcome. And it's actually one of the reasons how we were able to get the first Guild War win. On the very first Guild War ever. Because back then we had a really try-hard guild. We're a lot more casual these days. Aren't you probably one of the more casual of the really active guilds? So I feel like a lot of guilds got a bit more casual ever since Guild War hasn't been around. Because unless you're just pushing trophies, there's nothing to be really try-hard with at the moment. Unless your guild really wants to do trophy pushing. Which realistically, there's only 2 guilds you'd be in if you were doing that. There's 2 that are like double above 3rd place. It's kind of insane. I want to see, what's the disparity these days? I think they're still like 25 million up or whatever it is. But if I go over to, we gotta waste a little bit of time here, but that's fine. If I go over to guild, go to guild, and then click on league, click show top. Yeah, it's about 25 million. Like, look at that, 29 million and 20 million. At one point, they were double 3rd place. Like about a year ago. Both of these were double 3rd place. Now it's not as bad of a disparity, but it's still insane. Like 20 to 30 million, basically. Actually, in the case of 1st place, it is still double, basically. 1st place is basically double 3rd place. It's kind of insane. Alright, what am I doing? Oh, that's not where I want to go. How are we doing on points? We're almost there. 5 more fights, we take 3rd. And the rest of the timer, we should take 1st. You're trying to get Stellarks to be your favorite troop? That would be really hard for me to be able to change mine. Because when we were doing peak number of PvP battles, we ended up doing, what was the meta at the time? The meta was, Infernus. Which is kind of insane how non-meta he is these days. Given that he's completely unchanged from when he was, like, one of the best troops in the entire game. There's actually a lot of troops that are like that. That's actually kind of hilarious. How bad they are now, compared to their peak. Like, Lady Sapphira, exactly how she is now. And she actually ended up getting a slight nerf, too. But, basically exactly how she is now. She was the meta at one point. In her exact state of current. Even after the nerf. She was the best true damager at one point in the game. And now she is laughably horrifically bad. And useful in no situation ever. Even in something like Arena, where she would be most useful, she's not even useful normally. Because power creep is just hit that hard. The Infernus is a rather interesting one too. You know what mostly killed Infernus though? Other than Divine meta kind of moving on. And also getting nerfed into the ground. Though oddly enough, Infernus was never nerfed himself. There's all the things that were used with Infernus were nerfed. But Infernus himself was actually never nerfed, oddly enough. But, Zolgoth is actually what killed Infernus. Because Infernus had 2 big gimmicks. The way he distributed damage while doing mana accumulation, and his storm and all that. But his other gimmick was, he was at one point the best burner in the game. But then Zolgoth came around with triple damage burning and is like, oh, well, why ever run Infernus? When you could just run Zolgoth and it's like insta-kill 3 troops for 1 cast. Because Zolgoth used to only be a 1-cast troop, which made him a lot more situational back in the past. But they eventually made it so you could cast him infinite number of times, and ever since then, Infernus was basically dead. The second Infernus had infinite casts, Infernus was basically never used again. Not that it was pointless to use, there just was a lot less of a use case for it anymore. When there was a better, stronger burner that did more kill potential and had insta-kill. You had to use Doom Spade for your Stellarix team. Honestly, that's not bad. Any of those new doomed polearms are actually really strong. They are situational, but they are really good. Like, they're definitely not like a use always kind of weapon, but they definitely have their purpose. And they're also flexible enough that you technically can use them as a use always weapon. Which is when you have everything in the game, you would use them a lot more situationally, but they're still good. Speaking of which, we'll be using it a lot for Tower of Doom tomorrow. Not Tower of Doom, I mean Journey event tomorrow. We're going to be doing a ton of Journey tomorrow night. And we're going to be doing basically yellow polearm into Diamantina. Which will also be interesting. That'll be the first time I'm basically using Diamantina since Stellarix got buffed through the roof. Because Diamantina has basically been dead content until this week. Where it's actually the meta for Underspire this week. Combined with Doom's Spear. Or whatever the yellow one is called. Did I say Journey? I have no clue. I meant Underspire. Yeah, I need sleep. I'm out of it. Honestly, that's probably the first thing I'm doing after stream. Turning off the computer, turning off the lights, lay down. Honestly, I'm tired enough right now. I think I could legit fall asleep in a minute if I tried to. I'm almost never that tired. But I believe I could legit just lay there and in under a minute fall asleep. I think on average it normally takes me like half an hour to an hour. Should we take the Iron Gut team? Could you imagine that actually killed us? Given that's a lower rarity player, their tank value should be pretty low. Though personally, even at lower levels, I do advise getting Iron Gut. Even if your attack value is low, there's ways around it. There's troop that can empower buff your attack. There are modes where you gain more attack, like Underworld. There are a lot of modes where if you get a single Devour, you'll be up to 100% Devour rate. So even if you only have 20% Devour, if you actually trigger that 20%, you then have 100%. Isabel didn't help poor Tacit enough in Power World. Yeah, she kept leaving me for dead. We really need to get the best in slot armor in that game already. Because I didn't invest any of my points into HP or anything like that. So if we don't have better armor on, we die in like 2 hits. 1 hit for shield, 1 hit for the rest of your HP bar. I am wearing the highest tier armor in the game, but I'm not wearing the highest rarity of the highest tier armor. Which is almost about 50% better than what I'm wearing now, I believe. Like 30 to 50%, I forget how the math works on that. But it's enough to survive a whole extra hit, I know that much. Because I use it on the main profile with the same amount of HP. And surviving a whole extra hit when you already die in like a few is huge. It's pretty big in Gems of War as well. If you're in a battle where you can get a whole extra hit, it just delays them so much more than what you would ever need to do. Which in a turn-based game is even more relevant. Because in real time, that saves you like maybe a few seconds. But in Gems of War, you know, saving a single turn is enough to just completely wipe the enemy team. That's something I wish they would have added to Gems of War, though I'm surprised they never did. Because they show the backgrounds of like various things. I guess they were concerned it would make it too confusing. But one thing I wish Gems of War always had, which I'm surprised there's no side mode or PvP or anything that utilizes it, but basically make it so every single kingdom has a potential to have a special effect when you're playing there. It might not always happen, but it could happen. For example, something like White Helm would be everything starts with Bless. And you know, stuff like that. Something like Karkaroff could be every single unit has like 10 or 20 extra magic or something. Like some kind of effect that can affect everything based on what the kingdom is. That doesn't affect every fight, but would occasionally affect fights. Likely one per kingdom, but you know, they could do multiple potentially. Like each kingdom kind of having their own unique thing. Almost like a field effect in a sense. Because the closest we have to a field effect is storms. That change, you know, what colors come onto the board. But we don't have, like, locational field effects in Gems of War. Like, right now we're about to be in Dragon's Claw, you know, background. Actually, technically we're in Pan's Veil right now. But, you know, there's not any kind of effect right now. Like, Pan's Veil could be one random ally starts with silence. Or something less annoying. I just mentioned that because silence is a pretty big mechanic of this place. It definitely wouldn't be all units start with silence. That'd be so annoying. So why do we keep getting Pan's Veil background? I just noticed. Like every single fight seems to be Pan's Veil background. Oh, how are we doing on boost? We got 6 minutes left. How are we doing on leaderboard? First place! We did it! Hey, we just did it with our last fight, too. Even without cheesing the extra 1,000, we still made first. Nice. Unfortunately, we should have 1,000 more points than we have right now. When's the next Palworld stream? Oh, we're doing it next Wednesday. We're taking a bit of a break because of Vault Weekend this weekend. Being stretched. You know, I'll take an Eye of Argus team. Oh, he only has one. Anytime I see Eye of Argus in a thumbnail, I just assume they're using 3 or 4. I kind of forgot, you can set one Eye of Argus to a team. That is allowed. I just always assume he's in a pack of Eye of Arguses. It's very rare just to see a straight Eye of Argus on a team these days. Especially later in the game. He's just one of those mythics that's just pretty meh when you only have one, but actually like a complete menace when you have 2 or 3, or even 4. So 4 is a little overkill, but really funny. It's kind of like 4 Takashakas. Like it's pretty much never gonna happen. It's just slightly too overkill, but it is funny to do. We're gonna miss this much damage. We have 108 extra damage effectively on Stellarix right now. I wish we could always run this every day. Technically we could, but it would cost too many resources. It is actually possible to have this much every single day, but it's just not worth it. It is not worth it at all. Unless you just get them naturally, of course. But it takes a little while before you can actually do a triple buff day. Because it happens like, what, once every, yeah, it's once every 10 days you can do a triple buff day. Four times during Naga restriction, true. Oh no, there's a couple Naga teams that aren't bad. If anything, under Naga restriction, you get access to Vinoxia plus, wait, is Vinoxia Naga? I can't remember. But yeah, you can do Vinoxia with triple Takshaka, right? Or even Hero with Vinoxia double Takshaka. Yeah, I know it's Dragon. Isn't it a Dragon Naga? Or is it just Dragon something? Monster or something? I had to completely forget. I know it's Dragon something. I just forget what secondary trait is, or perk, or typing thing. Oh, it is just Dragon? Aw. So yeah, that kind of restriction would require a bunch of Takshaka then. Unfortunate. I guess the scales, obviously you can run the whole array. Well, you can still throw a Marilith in there and everything. Marilith's a Naga for sure. And a really good mana accumulator. Which even comes with Mana Link. So if you put a +2 into her, she can get her mana in a single surge. What happened to our team? I want my team back. It's better just to retreat here. It's one of those battles where we probably could win, but it's not worth trying to win. Come on, break it, break it, break it. Nice, good job. Very dead. Doesn't even matter that you resummoned. Alright, what's our timer at? Oh no, we got like 1 battle left. No, go, go, go. Maybe 2 if we go really quick. Go, 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 go. I don't think we can get 2 in there. Ah, maybe. That was pretty quick. Okay, go, 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 go. I highly doubt, because you have to win the battle by the end of the fight. It doesn't do it based on the start of the fight. Like, if I start this fight while I have the boost and it ends after I don't have the boost, I don't get the bonus. I think that was quick enough, though. There's an easy way to tell. We were not quick enough. You can tell because we only got 110 XP. Oh, wait, never mind. It was that bonus. Okay, never mind. We actually did get the extra gold and souls. We just didn't get the extra XP. It was already over. And now they're all gone. Alright, nice. Well, even though we got 1,000 less free points this week, we were still able to take first place in our bracket. So that's pretty nice. Pretty easy bracket. We'll definitely try to secure first unless they just skyrocket out of nowhere. Which hopefully they won't. Wow, leaderboard's pretty low this week. Though it is only Wednesday, so I guess that's not that high. I mean, that low, I mean. Because that for a Wednesday is actually not that bad. I keep forgetting. I keep thinking it's like later in the week or something. Anyways, guys, I think we'll end it there for now. We will be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hour and a half prior to now tomorrow. Main game plan for tomorrow is to do an absurd amount of Underspire battles. We are going to have 68 Underspire battles to go do tomorrow, which will obviously be taking up a good portion of tomorrow's stream. Even though the quickest we're going to get those done is like 30 seconds apiece. So that'll be the game plan. Hey, Bill, we already posted the code. I only had one to hand out tonight. I could repost the code from earlier. There's the code from earlier. But we only had one tonight. Because we accidentally handed out 3 last night. But we'll go back to 2 tomorrow. Though I do need to double check to see if I actually have enough to hand them out. I might have to go back to 1 for a couple days in a row. Just to make sure we don't run out by the end of the month. Plus, we'll be handing out a ton on our anniversary on the 22nd, or 23rd, I mean. Because we'll have a special doll code and like 2 or 3 normal codes. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks so much for stopping by as always. Greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.